Hi, everybody. So, we're going to talk about the 7 credit myths that keeping your scores low. Some of y'all keep going over the same things when it come down to y'all credit, and y'all wonder why y'all credit score is low. And it's just because y'all just not doing what y'all need to do. It's really as simple as that. It's just certain things y'all have to do, certain things y'all have to understand. And if y'all are not understanding and y'all still in that, I'm going to call it the hamster wheel, just doing the same thing, thinking stuff going to change, your credit score is going to stay low. It's just as simple as that. I do have my books down below so you guys can get it, but I want to spend time on actually going over the lesson. I'm not trying to get y'all to buy books. If y'all want to get the books, get the books. All right. So the first thing is this. The myth number one is that y'all think that 30% utilization is the goal. Y'all need to be trying to keep y'all credit scores at the 10% or 5%. That's going to be better for you guys. If y'all just say, okay, let me get my utilization down to 10%, y'all going to see that your credit score is going to be way better than somebody that want to have their goal at, 30%. All right. And even if y'all at 30%, even if y'all was to bring that 30% down to 20, if you get closer to the 10% or even a 5%, you're going to be better off than that person that think that they need to have their credit score at that 30%. Okay. So just work on getting your credit score down. Some of y'all have y'all credit scores in the 70s. Like if it says 70%, just work on getting it down to 60. Then work down, get it down to 50. Y'all can slowly just work to bring it down, but you need to know what your target is, where your goal is at. So right now, if you are 70, you need to say, okay, my final goal is to get down to 10% or 5%. I don't care how long it's going to take you. You just know where your goal is at. So you keep striving to get to where your goal is. Okay. 10% gonna be good, but 5% gonna be even better. Okay, that's where I be trying to be at. Mine need to be at 5% or better. That's my utilization goal. Okay. The next thing is that you have to carry a balance on your credit cards to build credit. You don't necessarily have to carry a balance. Y'all, some of my credit cards that I really don't use. I just use them twice a year. I don't care to use them. I just want them to continue to report on my credit reports. I don't care nothing about the credit card, but I still want them to report to the credit bureau so my credit score don't go down because they closed it due to inactivity or something like that. So I tell people use a credit card, at least twice a year, but y'all don't have to hold a balance. Okay. Sometimes y'all hear, oh, hold this kind of balance or leaving a $10 or $20 balance on there. If y'all leave a $10 or $20 balance and that was technically your statement balance, something that you were supposed to pay, y'all, they're going to start charging you interest. So you need to understand for sure you need to pay your statement balance by your due date or before your due date. Okay, 5 days before your due date, pay your statement balance. And don't use your credit card again until 5 days after your due date. That's going to really help you. But you should also focus on sometimes with your statement balance, say if you owe $200 on your credit card, your statement balance is probably what? It could be $75. Okay, so $200 and $75. I mean, if you even pay the $75, you're still going to have $125 that you're going to have to me, bring down. I would not just be holding a balance on there just because. Okay. Myth number 3 is if you pay a collection, it's going to automatically come off your credit report. If you guys pay a collection, they're going to mark that collection as paid. It's going to stay on your credit report. And trust me, y'all, when it stay on y'all credit reports, y'all will see that y'all credit score is just going to be just where it's at. It's not like you're going to see your credit scores go up. The only way to me when I see credit scores go up from collections is when they get deleted. Like you need to get that collection fully deleted from your credit reports. And hola. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon here. Good morning to some of y'all. Can you shout out my sister? It's her birthday. I don't know if I'm gonna say her name right, but happy birthday to her. But hey, I don't know if I'm gonna say her name right, y'all. I am not good with names. I'm not gonna lie. Happy birthday to her for sure. Happy birthday to everybody out there, whoever's having a birthday today, and hope y'all are gonna have a great weekend. But y'all, collections, I wouldn't even be paying collections anyway. Y'all know I'm all about suing a collection company. I'm not paying any collection, so that's on y'all. But again, when y'all pay a collection, they're gonna update it as paid. That's it. If y'all gonna do like a pay for deletion, then when we actually pay and they actually delete it from your credit reports, then your credit score should go up. Okay. Another myth is some of y'all think that checking your own credit is going to lower y'all credit score. Y'all think y'all finna get inquiries from that. Y'all don't get inquiries from checking your own credit score. Only time y'all get inquiries is if y'all have a company. So like if you apply for Capital One and they do a hard inquiry, that's when it's going to hurt your credit score. Your credit score can go down a few points. If y'all apply for Discover, if y'all apply for any loan, credit card, or anything out there, that's when y'all going to see your credit score is going to go down a little. Isn't it going down just a little bit? I told y'all, if you guys have problems with like inquiries, just call the credit bureaus and tell them to remove it. I'm telling y'all, a lot of people be acting like it's hard to remove inquiries, call the credit bureaus, tell them to remove it. It's as simple as that. Only give them 2 or 3. Don't call them with 10 inquiries because they're going to know what you got going on. Call them with 2 or 3 and say, I don't think these inquiries should be on my credit reports. Watch, they're going to delete it from your credit reports. So inquiries are not like a huge deal at all. Okay, another thing is too, myth number 5 is some of y'all think, oh, I paid off my card. Should I go ahead and close it? Sometimes when you be in debt for a long time, you just be like, you know what? Once I pay this off, I'm not going to use it no more. I'm going to close it. I remember being there too, thinking that until I understood that we need to make sure that we keep our accounts open. We need to make sure we keep our accounts open so that they can continue to report to the credit bureaus, and it's going to help with our average age of accounts. The older your account is, the better, the more it's really helping your credit because they can see, oh, you had this credit card for 5 years. Oh, you had this credit card for 10 years. It's not like you just started having credit, and a lot of people pay. A lot of people pay to be added as authorized user on these credit cards. So if you can create your own credit card, well, technically you don't need to be authorized user on anyone else's because you already got your own. That's going to be perfect. And you can add your kids as authorized user. And once you add them as authorized user, their credit can get that boost, okay? Let me see. I feel like credit rebuilding is the black woman for it. To black women as forex is to black men. I don't know. I guess so, huh? I guess it is. These are just file bankruptcy. Hey, listen, if y'all got enough debt to file bankruptcy, I'm not against it at all. But I don't want y'all filing bankruptcy on no $5,000, $10,000. Literally $50,000, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000. Try to figure it out first. And if you can't figure it out, don't file bankruptcy on no small amount. That irritates me so much when I see that. I'm like, you literally, some people be trying to pay off all their credit cards. Like they'll start paying off some of their credit cards and not understand when you file bankruptcy, you don't have to include all them companies anyway. So you can pay all of this money to these credit cards knowing you're going to have to file. You could have put that money into your investment accounts or something like that, like a 401k, your IRA. I'm not saying do anything bad. I'm just saying some of y'all literally, if y'all think about filing bankruptcy, y'all be like, oh, let me go ahead and pay this knowing you're fin to file bankruptcy. Like I'm going to have to file in 6 months. I'm just not going to be able to get it. Some of y'all know y'all need to file bankruptcy. If y'all ever really filed, y'all like, I should have been filed this. I've been telling myself I was going to file it. And you try everything you can try except for making sure that you did the basics of making sure you was putting money into your investment accounts. Okay. But I'm not against bankruptcy at all. If that's what y'all got to do, y'all got to do that. And then after y'all file bankruptcy, work to get y'all credit scores up. Don't forget, I do have my bankruptcy book. I be trying to teach y'all. Once y'all file bankruptcy, work on getting that bankruptcy removed. Let me see if I can mirror this so y'all can really see it because y'all not going to see it right if I don't mirror it. But I'm all about it. Once you file bankruptcy, work on actually getting that bankruptcy removed. This is one of my clients. Their credit scores went up 129 points once they got that bankruptcy deleted. So I'm all about it. All right. So if y'all got a bankruptcy on y'all credit reports, work on getting that thing removed. But it don't have to keep y'all trapped. So definitely do that. And y'all can only file it so often. But if that's what y'all need to do, y'all do what y'all got to do and handle y'all business. Okay. But you may got me with that Forex thing because I ain't into Forex. So, that may be what y'all into. I don't know. Maybe y'all need to teach more on that then. Y'all need to definitely teach more on that. All right. But y'all shouldn't close your credit cards. Another thing is myth number 6 is anything negative. People think that anything that's negative on your credit report, if you owe the debt, it has to stay. Okay, like say if you had a Capital One account and it got charged off. Some people think, oh, I did owe that money. I can't get that deleted from my credit report. No, y'all, if y'all have inaccuracies on your credit report, you have a right to dispute the account. Our accounts need to be 100% accurate, 100% complete, and 100% verifiable too. So if y'all have problems with your accounts, y'all can always do disputes to work to remove those accounts from your credit reports. Okay, so don't think that you need to keep that account on your credit reports. I once sued my creditors. Y'all had over $40,000 worth of debt that I did not have to pay. And it's because they had inaccuracies on my credit reports. These are the creditors. These are the companies that actually got money from. These were not collection companies. Okay, so don't think that y'all have to be stuck with it. Like, I did get some money from them. I can't do it. Then it needs to be accurate or I need to delete it. Okay, so that's number 6. Okay. And then another thing too is a lot of people think, oh, once I pay everything off, that's gonna make my credit scores just shoot up. Not necessarily. Some of y'all are paying off, y'all charge off before y'all pay off active credit cards. If it was me, I'll be paying off what's active right now, because no matter what, y'all gonna be trying to remove those collections and those charge-offs from your credit reports. So whether they be paid or not, once they remove, nobody gonna know you paid them because they're not even reporting anymore. So focus on your active credit cards, focus on what you have reporting right now. Focus on that right now. If that's what I would do. I'll focus on my credit cards, and I'll be focusing after my credit cards, I'll be focusing on my loans next. But don't forget, we got the newest book which talk about your debt. You need to actually organize all of your debts. Organize your debt. You can figure out if you're gonna do snowball or if you're gonna do the avalanche, but y'all need to organize it. I like the avalanche better, because the avalanche can automatically tell you to pay off your credit cards, which paying off your credit cards or paying them down, it's gonna really increase your credit score even faster than some of y'all think paying off your loans are gonna do. And then these credit card companies is charging too much interest anyway when it come down to these credit cards. Okay. Yes, pay all of your credit cards first, the higher APR. Exactly. Though the APR is crazy. And then plus 30% of your credit score is utilization. So you want to make sure that you're getting that utilization down as much as you can. Let me see. What letter from the book to get the kickoff removed? The letter kickoff is a charge off. No matter what, kickoff is going to always be a charge off. So do the charge off letter. You got a charge off letter in here. But let me tell you too, one of my clients had to just sue kickoff too. They literally had to just sue kickoff. Kickoff offered just settlement of just deleting the account, and I think like $1,000, $2,000 or something like that. You may have to just sue them, all right? Especially if they don't get deleted. And like I said, they already offer $1,000, $2,000. So go ahead and just sue them, get that little money, and call it a day, if you ask me. Because sometimes y'all can do the letter, just set them up so if they don't want to remove it, you already got like a backup plan, actually. But yeah, get $1,000, $2,000. That gets you where you need to go. Delete it from your credit reports. Shoot, you can put that on a secure credit card if you need to. That $1,000, $2,000, and build your own credit. All right, it is what it is. All right, so is 30% credit utilization actually the goal? No, 30% is not the goal. I don't even know why they told us this. I don't understand. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess if y'all start playing with your credits, what I call it, if y'all start playing with the numbers, say, okay, let me pay my credit cards down so I got 20% utilization. See where y'all are at when y'all have 20% utilization compared to when y'all have 10% utilization, y'all have 30% utilization, and see what's going to be better. Okay, y'all just have to see what it's going to be. But I already know 10% or better is going to be better. 10% or less is going to be definitely better for y'all. Okay, what utilization should I work towards instead? Oh yeah, definitely the 10% or 5% if y'all really about that life. All right, but y'all should stay about that life. We should not be holding debt on our credit cards. For sure, we should not. If possible, open a new credit card with 0% balance transfer and transfer the debt over. Yes. I always tell people to do that. And if y'all can't do say if y'all have so much debt on y'all credit cards and y'all can't do a balance transfer, apply for some of those easier credit cards like Care Credit. Apply for like Alphion, because they give you a higher limit, because y'all utilization may be that bad that y'all credit score is just so damaged they don't even want to use 0% APR credit card, because I've been there, done that. I know. Okay, and then once y'all get those higher limits, y'all overall utilization should go down, which should make your credit score go up. Then try to get the 0%, because sometimes these credit card companies, if they see you completely maxed out, they don't want to give you a 0% APR credit card. But if y'all was to get them easier credit cards that really don't care too much about they understand that your credit score is down based off of utilization, and they can give you $5,000-$10,000. You get multiple of those, and you fix your utilization that way. In terms of you get it down some, it's not perfect, but it's down some, so that you can finally get approved for a credit card. Then go for like 0% APR credit cards. There's a lot of them. The one that I like the most for 0% though was Truist. I love them the most. I stay at like 5% revolving balances on mine. I have an 817 credit score. My wife at 824 exactly. I told y'all 5% is better. I already know 5% have my credit lit. I love 5%. Okay, but I say 10% because some people think I'm crazy talking about 5%, but 10% is still fine. 10% or less. But 30% y'all out the door. Like, don't even do that. And then you got to think about if you own a 30% utilization, Are you really paying your statement balance by your due date? They charging you interest on those credit cards. Why even hold the balance? Like, it's not going to be worth it. Okay. Do I have to leave a small balance on my credit cards every month? No, I don't believe in all of that. I have to do this. I have to do that. Like, if I have a charge coming through on my credit card, fine. As long as I know I paid my statement balance, I'm not going to care about it. And I know my utilization low. Okay, let the charge hit. Fine. All right. But my utilization is still going to be low. But I'm not going to purposely have like my statement balance I'm supposed to pay, and then I don't pay it all because it's like, dang, if I pay it all, then I'm not going to have anything reporting. I'm not doing any of that. If I pay my statement balance and I'm at zero now, I'm at zero. It's other credit cards that's probably holding some type of little balance or something like that. But y'all have to understand, the way I'm trying to teach y'all would not be paying these credit cards any type of money to use them. And then if y'all have credit cards with rewards, y'all can be reaping the rewards for them. Okay. But don't think that y'all have to hold a balance. Okay. I don't even know who taught some of this stuff. Like, seriously, because I thought this stuff too, y'all, until I was like, wait, that's why they keep charging me for this credit card. Why am I keep seeing interest? And I found out, wait, I remember I found out that people actually, I remember I started finding out certain things. Like, I found out like people can actually have a credit card and then the credit card company won't charge them interest at all. I thought it was normal at first that everybody gonna get charged interest. That's normal, but no, not if you pay your statement balance by your due date. And that's why I tell y'all 5 days before y'all due date, just pay y'all statement balance. I don't care if you run up your credit. It don't matter. If you have your statement balance paid by your due date, and you can't just do it this time and not do it next month either, because you're gonna have to, I think you gotta wait like 2 months, maybe 3 months for them to be on that statement balance by your due date thing. But if you continue to pay your statement balance by your due date, no matter how much you spend on your credit card, they cannot charge you any interest. Okay. So I remember when I first learned that, I was like, what? That's when I started learning about, okay, we got a statement closing date. We got to understand when our statement's coming out. We got to understand this. We got to understand that. All of that minimum payment stuff too, y'all. Minimum payment means no matter what, pay the minimum payment so you don't get a late payment. But you need to keep your utilization low. And this don't depend on your credit cards. You don't depend on your credit cards and just pay your statement balance by your due date. Like, you're going to be good. And then keep your utilization at 10% or less. 5% going to be better. Once you just have that in your head that that's law, like, I scared my daughter. I told her, if you ever use more than 30% of your credit card, they're going to shut your credit card down. Your credit's going to be messed up. Yeah, I lied to the girl. But listen, something got to scare you, because we already know you can go over the limit on your credit card. But the point that we know that we may take that risk one day. She think, oh my gosh, over 30%, she'll never go there, So yes, I definitely scared her into that. We need to scare ourselves into that. Okay. Does carrying a balance help build credit faster? No. Keeping your utilization low is what's going to help build your credit faster. Paying on time is going to help build your credit faster. Do I have to pay interest to build good credit? No, you don't. You can pay your statement balance by your due date. If you just do that, you won't pay any interest, but you can still build your credit by just making sure that you just keep the balance on your credit cards and you paying every single month. Like, it's really as simple as that. Okay. Can I pay my credit card in full every month and still build my credit? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because I have done it. Yes, you can. All right. And then when people say build credit, my goal is just to get y'all over the 700s. That's the main thing. If y'all want to get into the 800s, y'all need to just continue to pay on those credit cards and keep them open. You're going to eventually get there, you guys. All right. Y'all think that y'all just, as soon as y'all get y'all credit cards, y'all finna go straight to the 800s. Like, this is a baby credit card in terms of, this is new. This is newborn. You already got 1 month of payment history. You need to have some payment history. Y'all need to really think, okay, I need to have this credit card open for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. That's what y'all mind need to be. So to have it open that long, y'all need to make sure y'all pay on time and just keep the utilization low. Because if your utilization always stay low, the chances of you maxing out that credit card and it's getting charged off is very slim if you just always keep that utilization low. Okay. Will paying a collection automatically remove it from my credit report? Only if you do pay for deletion. If you talk to that company and they say, hey, if you pay this credit card, we're going to delete it from your credit report, then yes. But other than that, if you guys are not doing pay for deletion, no, they're going to update it as paid on your credit report. Certain companies like Portfolio Recovery, they got a thing where if you pay them, they're going to automatically delete it. You got to talk to them about, they're going to automatically delete it. But I'm all about suing a collection company. I'm all about suing a collection company because they don't have the correct documents anyway. So I'll sue them. And gonna work on that getting deleted based off of me suing them. Okay. What's the difference between paying a collection and having it deleted? Paying a collection is you just finna pay a collection. Like you finna a collection company come to you, say yo $1,000, you pay $1,000. Sometimes you may negotiate and say, hey, can I pay 900? Can I pay 800, 700, 500? You're gonna negotiate, but you're paying it. Okay. A deletion is get it off of my credit report, whether it's paid or not. You want it off of your credit reports. That's what a deletion is. So, and then pay for deletion is when you say, I know I owe $1,000, you'll pay 1,900 or whatever you negotiate with, and then y'all agree that once you pay it, they're going to delete it. Okay, so those are three separate things right there that I just went over. Okay, should I investigate a collection before paying it? Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. You should always investigate these collections, y'all. Some of these collections, they can't even collect in your state. They're not even supposed to be trying to collect debt in your state. So yes, you should always investigate it. A lot of these collection companies don't have certain documents to be able to me. I'm not trying to be a lawyer. I'm not trying to get legal advice, but to me, try to take you to court. And when they do take you to court, they hope that you don't show up because they can get a default judgment. Okay. So these collection companies to me don't have the documents that they need to even be trying to get anything from you, but they play on ignorance. They play on you not knowing. That's what they play on. What is debt validation and when should I use it? So debt validation is where's my thing at? Inside of the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days, I actually go over the debt validation because some of y'all got the book and y'all not reading it, but we talk about it on day number 7. So debt validation is when a collection company is reaching out to you, or I'm going to talk about it this way. It's when a collection company is reaching out to you and you asking them to validate the debt. You're basically asking them, hey, show how I owe this debt, show how I owe you this debt, show how you came up with these totals. Basically, you want them to show that the debt is valid. Like, what is this debt? What are you talking about? That's basically what that letter is. Like, please show me all of the documents for the debt. Y'all can also do debt validation when y'all send a letter to the credit bureaus to have it deleted. If they do not delete it the second month after they say, oh, the collection was verified, then y'all can do that debt validation to the actual collection company at that point. But y'all, if it's on your credit reports, y'all can't just send out debt validation that y'all finna get deleted. Y'all need to talk to the credit bureaus first. Okay. Is it bad to use your store card and allow them to close your account, or should you close? I would keep all of the store cards open. Like, use them. Like, even when I have store cards, I just make sure that every 6 months I use it. Let me stop lying. I wanted to. When I was in school, I told you I had like a Mattress Firm credit card. And that one got closed because I didn't use it. Like, I went in there, I didn't care for nothing about it. I didn't care to use it. But I tell y'all, like, with the store card, I wish I would have did it though. But I focus on this Visa or MasterCard. I'm using that thing. That thing's gonna stay open. But sometimes with store cards, y'all be like, I don't care. But still keeping it open for a long extended period of time can actually help you. Okay. If you close it, it's going to hurt your credit score. But if you keep it open, it won't hurt you. Just use it every 6 months. Even if you buy one little small thing, you just need to show activity. That's it. I was just so busy, y'all, last year getting my bachelor's degree. I really had so much going on. I cannot explain how much I had going on last year. It just went on past me. I went in there and I was like, I ain't spending no money up in here. Not knowing I should have spent something just to keep the account open. Okay. But yes, if you use it, it's going to help you. Okay. But if you don't use it, they're going to close it. It's no longer going to help you and it's going to lower your credit score. And then you got to also think about it like this. If you got a store credit card that you're not using and you got a $0 balance on it, that's going to help with your overall utilization. So even if you are maxing out like one of your other credit cards, this credit card can help balance your utilization because you're not using it at all. What if they close it? Does it hurt more? My credit score if they close it, your credit score should go down. And it's going to mess with your utilization. Yeah, that's why I say just keep it open. Like, just try to keep that open. I would just try to keep it open. It's not gonna hurt anything to keep it open unless you just do not want to spend anything at the store. You tired of keeping track of it. Cause that's another thing too. When y'all get so many credit cards, y'all might get tired of just keeping track of them. Like it can be irritating. Like, I tell y'all, like, that's why I came up with the January 1st and July 1st. I'm gonna use it. It's just too much to think. Did I use this credit card? Oh my gosh, I haven't used it. Let me rush and use it. I'm just going to look at all my credit cards January 1st. Which ones am I not using? All right, let's go and swipe them off just to keep them open. Same thing for July 1st. Like, okay, let's go ahead and use them. Every 6 months I'm using them. They're not going to close them. Okay, because it can be irritating. With a store credit card too, you can be like, I just got that credit card for the temporary rewards. Like, a lot of people, I was telling y'all, okay, to build y'all credit, y'all can do the shopping cart trick. Yesterday, me and my daughter was in Victoria's Secrets. Victoria's Secret was the most easiest credit card you could do the shopping cart trick with. Some people may get the credit card just to get, like, I think they had like a special thing. Like, if I seen a sign, they're like, if you get the credit cards, you're gonna get something for free. Some people can be like, oh, let me just get the credit card to get that for free and just pay for this purchase, come get a discount. Some people don't care to have it open longer. And in that case, okay, just let them close it, okay? Yes, I'm tired of them and I don't want to purchase anything for them. Exactly. That's why I'm like, okay, your credit score is going to temporarily go down, but we don't know how much your credit score is going to go down. We really don't know, but if you saying like you tired of them, you don't want to purchase anything from them, think about it as you just finna get rid of your headache. But Toya, if you're trying to apply for something, apply for whatever you want to apply for now while you know for sure your credit score is up. Okay, don't close it or don't let them close it when you know you about to apply for something in the next 6 months. That way, if your credit score do go down, it's all right because you got 6 more months to bring it back up. If you get what I'm saying. Some people be like, oh, well, let them just close it. And it's like, dude, you trying to apply for a house in 2 months, ain't you? Don't let them close it right now because you don't know what's going to happen. You just want to have your credit score as high as you can have it. I'm not saying it's going to go down, 50 points. I don't know. I don't know how much that's really helping you. It could be one of them high limit credit cards. You can have, like, for example, Lowe's credit card. There's a $10,000 limit on it. And it was helping you so much, but you're like, I don't even want to go to Lowe's no more. But if it was $10,000 and you were using so much of your other credit cards and it was helping with your overall utilization, then it's okay. Maybe you need to go ahead and just spend $10, $20 in there and just let the auto pay take it, pay it off basically. If I receive a judgment from collection and already agreed to pay a monthly payment, is it too late to dispute? I wouldn't think it's too late to dispute. Now, this is good that you asked this question because I told y'all, I was like, somebody was like, okay, what if a collection company is suing you? And I was like, sue them back. That's what, sue them back. If they're suing you, sue them back. So in this case, with this collection, this is what I would do. I would still build a whole case around it. Now, listen to me closely because I told y'all months ago, I was like, hey, listen, everybody keeps talking about they getting sued. Let me help y'all with the collection. Let's see what's going on. And I actually help somebody end up suing the company back, the collection company. That collection company end up deleting the account from their credit report, getting them some money and waiving the debt, saying that they no longer owe it. Okay, so that was really amazing. Okay, so in your case, you already got a judgment though. All right, you already got a judgment. They already got you down. You finna pay it. If it's on your credit report, you still have the right to have an accurate credit report. Okay, so what I would do, I would still dispute it with the credit bureaus. I would start disputing it ASAP too. I would dispute it with the credit bureau saying that it's not accurate. And push, turn, and shove, I would do it for 3 months. If they don't delete it, then I would sue all 3 credit bureaus or whoever reporting it, and I would sue that collection company. And when I sue them, I'll be asking all of them for money, and then I'll be asking that collection company to waive the debt. Y'all have to understand, too, that when it come down to these companies, like the collection companies and stuff like that, y'all, they don't talk to each other. Okay, they don't like talk to each other. You may have a judgment or whatever, but when you start suing them, they don't understand. They may not even know that you already got that judgment. So if you get them to do some type of settlement over here, then they don't know that you already tied to pay them over here. They're going to already agree to get rid of the debt, especially if you already start in the beginning where the debt is high. Okay, if you already start at the beginning where the debt is high, let's just say it's $2,000 or whatever. So you already start paying on it or whatever, the debt is going down. But when you start disputing it, it's at $2,000. When you sue them, you can sue them and they'll already still think it's $2,000. So they'll waive the $2,000 debt shoot, in that case, I'm not saying this may happen, but I'll be asking for some type of refund because you clearly put on the document that we signed. I won't be telling them that we already got something going on over here. I'll get that document signed, that settlement agreement saying that they're waiving X dollar amount, whatever it is, the $2,000. You may be already at $1,500 over here. I'll be getting my $500 back. And I'll be asking them to not only waive it, these collection companies can give you money. Like I said, my client actually sued them. They sent her a check. She cashed a check. She sued them back. And they're like, oh, you no longer owe us. We're going to send you a check and we delete them from the credit report. That's what you should be trying to do. Okay. But it wasn't to the point where she already have a judgment. But I really don't think the judgments matter like that, because guess what? I messed up by not paying you. Now you messed up with this, but this even worse. And then how much is the judgment for too? How much is the judgment for? Thank you so much, Zip. I don't think you said hi first. Oh, thank you so much. Credit limit low on that car. Yeah, just get rid of it, Toya. That's just a headache. They probably ain't giving you no increase anyway. Because if they was giving you increase, you probably want to stay. They ain't giving you no increases. Just get rid of it because you don't need any type of headache. Like, I wouldn't be dealing with that. Like, I wouldn't be having no headache with that either. Okay, because that limit, like I said, my mattress firm, I think it's like $4,000. I wouldn't want it to be closed, but it is what it is. Like, I don't care nothing about it. It's a store card. I wouldn't let no Visa or MasterCard close, but I was just so busy. It's them store cards. Why I try to stay away from store cards too, because that one died over there. Sorry, Toya. Hopefully she'll find me over on this one. But with the store cards, like, I wouldn't care nothing about it. Close it if you need to. What's the difference between a soft inquiry and a hard inquiry? So a hard inquiry is when a company actually pull your credit reports. That's when a company pull it. They probably paid to pull your credit reports too. Like if you apply for a credit card, you apply for a loan. That's what a hard inquiry is. A soft inquiry is when you look at your credit, or maybe like Credit Karma, or they do like a pre-qualification for a credit card. They don't actually get your credit report. That's what a soft inquiry is. Can I check my credit reports without hurting my credit score? Yeah, anytime y'all check your credit reports, like I do annual credit report, or say if y'all was to do like Credit Karma, the Experian app, or Equifax app, TransUnion, y'all are not hurting y'all credit at all when y'all do that. Y'all are not helping. It was originally over $19,000. Oh, now we talking some money now at this point. So now we got to kind of talk a different kind of game plan. Because if it's originally over $19,000, you need to see if there's anything else in your credit report that you can sue for. All right, just all together, just look at your credit report, clean up your whole credit report. Because say if you do get money from, which I talk about, y'all should be getting over at least $3,000, but over that when y'all sue like the credit bureaus, these actual companies. That's what I believe in, and that's what I was taught from lawyers. Okay, so if y'all go ahead and do that, or if you go ahead and do that, then you can take the money that you get and give it to the collection company at this point, or you're going to continue to pay for it anyway. You got a judgment. But I also would try to see, like, with that much money, try to see if they can knock it down. See if they can knock it down to $8,000, knock it down to $10,000, knock it down some, do something, That's what I would do. I would try to see if I can basically get a discount. It's just basically like when y'all sue the collection company, it's kind of like they're forced to figure out something. You get what I'm saying? Like, usually when the debts are like, $6,000 or less, like, okay, they're going to forgive it. So if they forgiving $6,000 or debt or less, they can knock out $6,000 or a little bit more on your $19,000 debt, I would assume. That's what I would hope. And then when you get money from suing them other companies, you can just take that money and pay off that collection and just, wipe your hands with the whole situation. But that's better than them finna get to the point where they about to garnish you. You just have to be creative and always have your goal in the back of your mind on what you want, what you're willing to deal with, what you're willing to do, when it come down to the companies. How often should I review my credit reports? I don't know. I look at mine every single day. But then again, I'm into credit. I'm like addicted to credit. So y'all can look at it, I would say at least, once a month. Every first of the month, actually look at it thoroughly, but every single day I'm looking at Credit Karma, like, period. I just want to see what's going on. Did anything change? I just want to know. All right. It's just a habit that I developed, that I look at these things, because once I stop doing it, I may stop doing it. I just rather I'm in or I'm out. It's no in between for me. And then that once a month thing, I may get to the point where I'm just doing it once a month. I may get to the point where I don't even want to look once a month no more. So I just do it every single day and I just keep it like that. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the compliment, Reese. Should I close a credit card after I pay it off? No, keep it open. Y'all need to, after y'all pay off a credit card, y'all should just try to keep it open. If y'all keep it open, that's when y'all gonna really see y'all credit scores go up over time. Okay, so y'all just try to keep it open altogether. Don't close it after you pay it off, and just use it every 6 months. And thank you so much, Ting, for liking a live. Can closing a card affect my utilization? Yes. You got to think about when y'all close a credit card, especially if y'all had a $0 balance on it, that utilization, well, the limit that y'all had before, say if it's $5,000 limit, y'all wasn't using it, that's going to be taken away from your overall limits. Now, if it's a little $300, $500 credit card, $1,000 credit card, and you got other $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 credit cards, then okay, that little thing ain't gonna hurt you. You know, it's $1,000, it's $500, $300. But if it's one of them higher limit credit cards, it's gonna definitely affect your utilization. No matter what's gonna affect your utilization, but is it gonna hurt your credit? Is the biggest question. What should I consider before closing an old credit card? Only thing I would consider with closing an old credit card is an annual fee. Y'all know how sometimes some of y'all probably did this. Hey, Arthur, some of y'all got to the point where y'all got some of them credit card like the Verve Reflex. Y'all was desperate, you know. I never really got into this too much. I always was kind of, I don't want to say cheap, but I was not playing about it. But you got into some of them credit cards that have like a crazy annual fee, or maybe it has those maintenance fees on there. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Those ones, close them. Like, okay, close it. You got one of $1,000 credit cards and they got $120 annual fee or something crazy like that, or they got a $795 maintenance fee on top of the $99 annual fee, and it's ridiculous. Only $1,000 credit card, maybe $1,500 or $500 credit card. It was one of them predatory cards. Then at that time, close it. I don't care how old it is. That thing got to go, because there's no way I'm going to be paying just to have this card reporting. I'll just give me another credit card elsewhere. Okay, that's what I would do. I didn't even like when my American Express changed the annual fee. I was sick. I was just sick, like, what? I can't pay this. I'm sorry. I don't need it. I don't need it. Did you accept sample requests on your books? It caught my eye. Must have gone one of the requests. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I need to check on that today. I just haven't been all the way on it like I need to, because I usually try to do at least 100 books a month. But yeah, send a request in. As long as your numbers and stuff look good, I'm going to automatically approve it. So yes, I do. I definitely do. Should I dispute every negative account on my credit report? I would. Anything that's negative, it got to go. Collections, charge off, bankruptcies, foreclosures, that stuff got to go. Okay. What's the difference between a negative and an inaccurate account? So a negative account is an account that's just hurting you altogether. Maybe it's a collection, maybe it's a charge off, maybe it's a bankruptcy, maybe it's a foreclosure. It's an account that's clearly show that you did not pay, and it's just straight bad for you in general. Whenever you look at it, you like, dang, they telling on me that I did not pay. That's a negative account, because it's reporting it negatively. Okay, it makes you look bad. Now, if it's a credit card, you ain't got no late payments on it. That's a positive account. That's not negative. You want to keep that on there. But an accurate account is this. All of our accounts, if you ask me, this is just my opinion, have inaccuracies. And I am so good at finding these inaccuracies, even if they're positive. It can be a Capital One credit card that you love right now. They may actually have some inaccuracies on there. It's just slight things like when you look at all three credit bureaus side by side, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, like if y'all do Identity IQ, y'all can be able to see it. When you look at it, you're like, dang, why the account number on TransUnion different than one on Experian and Equifax? Dang, my day open is different. Why is it different? It's the same account. Oh, dang, my last date activity is different. Why is it different? I knew I was late in June, but why is one bureau say I was late in June, but the other two say I was late in July? And I was late in June. Those are inaccuracies. Y'all going to see that on all of your accounts. It don't necessarily have to be a negative account that you want to get deleted, but those are inaccuracies, okay? Y'all are a mess today with some of these comments. I'm reading and I'm like, Y'all at least making my reading get better, I guess. I'll be able to peep it quick. Like, what is this? Like, what are they talking about? What type of error should I actually look for before disputing? So it's a whole list of errors you can look for. Just start at the top looking at your account. Okay. Y'all can just look at, is the account number the same? Is the date opened is the same? Is the account type the same? Is the high credit the same? Is the balance the same? Is the last day of activity, the last day of payment? Look at your payment history. Look at some of the comments on the account. Those are all of the things you can look for. But when y'all go to look on Identity IQ, y'all will see all of the different things kind of like I just named, and maybe a few more. Look and just see if they're the same when you compare all three credit bureaus. I just go down the line and see if I see something wrong. I'm pointing out, hey, TransUnion said this, Experian, Equifax said this is wrong. Delete it. I'm going down the list and I'm saying everything that's wrong. Okay, so I'm just going to compare all three credit bureaus. Just go down the list. Okay, I look like your cousin. We may be cousins then. If I look like your cousin, maybe we're cousins. Can an accurate negative information simply be disputed away because I don't like it? Wait. A lot of y'all think that accounts are accurate, and they not necessarily accurate. Y'all think just because y'all actually got money, we talked about this too. This is one of the myths. Y'all think just because y'all got money from the company is accurate. Like, no, the numbers can be wrong on the account. That's kind of like this, y'all. Say if y'all was to buy a book for me. All right. Say if y'all was to buy a book for me and y'all can be like, oh, I got this book. I got this book and she said I was going to get a course. I ain't get nothing. I got the book. And it's like, now listen, I did say you can get a course. All right. But I also told you that you had to go. Let me show you. You have to go and get in the course. I'm not going to send it to you. If you're going to talk about me, tell the whole truth. Say, oh, I did get the book. I didn't look through the book and I didn't see that the information for the course was inside the book. But you just running your mouth saying this, and that. If you're going to talk about me, tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. That's kind of like if you say, oh, somebody owe you $1,000. But they end up giving you $200. Okay. You like, don't they owe me $1,000? No. Technically, they owe you $800 because didn't they give you $200? If you're going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. These companies, when they talk about us and they put stuff on our credit report, they're not telling the whole truth in terms of the dates are wrong. They talking to 3 different companies and telling them 3 different things. The date can be one thing on one bureau and the other 2 bureaus is something totally different. Then when you look at the balance on TransUnion can be $300. But when you look on Equifax and Experian, they say $299. Those are inaccurate. Those are accurate. Thank you so much, FaceTime. Those are inaccuracies. Maybe if y'all, like I gave y'all the example, maybe you were actually late in June of 2025 and TransUnion said you was late June 2025, but Equifax and Experian said you was actually late July 2025. No, if I was actually late, say the exact date that I was late. Like, don't add no extra. Just tell the truth. That's it. So some of y'all think just because y'all owe that company money that is accurate, but it's deeper than that, y'all. It's way deeper than that. All right. That's the same reason why, like, if y'all was to go to court, if a collection company suing y'all need to actually look at the documents because they can be saying, oh, you owe, $1,500 and necessarily you don't necessarily owe $1,500. You can owe $1,499. They're trying to collect more money that is owed. Those little things are important, y'all. That's why when you go to court, and I've been learning this too when I've been learning so much about law and actually doing my own cases, y'all. All those little things matter, such as like my professor made it clear that, hey, when you're doing a lawsuit and you do your complaint, you better put on there that you want a jury trial on your complaint. You can't come back later on and say that you want a jury trial. You have to do that at that time. So you need to make sure everything is correct right away. These companies need to do the same thing. They just go and tell on us without making sure everything is correct. That's what the problem is. Okay. And sometimes too, y'all can have a collection. Maybe the collection is $1,000 and then y'all go and pay that original creditor $5, but the original creditor never told that collection that they took that $5 to put in their account. So that collection company is still trying to get $1,000 when technically you owe $995. That is an inaccuracy too. And some people catch companies up by doing stuff like that. Okay. So please, y'all, just because y'all had this company before, that don't mean that don't mean it's accurate. That does not mean it's accurate. Thank you so much, Barbara, too, for the heart me. But y'all have to understand that, like, just because you got this money, I cannot explain. Just because you got the money don't mean it's accurate. Y'all need to understand y'all rights and understand the laws that come along with it. Okay, such as too, if y'all do a dispute and the credit bureaus don't answer in 30 days, y'all, they supposed to delete everything from your credit reports. I don't care about any of that stuff. They're supposed to delete it from the credit reports. All right, period. And then they can add some of that stuff back on after they verify the account. But guess what? I don't care if you verify the account. If they say it's 100% accurate, then okay, you can add it back on, but it's never 100% accurate. Okay, that's why I say sue them. All right, these companies can say what they want, and their lawyer's going to come in and say what they want to. But once you show that you're not ignorant, once you show that you know what you're talking about, that's when stuff change. Okay, I realized that just doing my cases, when I go to court, y'all, and I listen to these companies, I be like, oh, okay. I just play so stupid. And then, I go in there too, and people just think, oh, she's just so pretty. Okay, she don't know nothing. She just da da da. I come in there, and then I go in there, oh, but I thought this, and I thought that. And it's like, oh, well, that is true. I didn't know you knew that. Yeah. And I don't be all aggressive, like, yep, and you supposed to do this. You know how I'm talking to y'all? I'm never going to be like that with them. Oh, I didn't know this. Are you sure? Let me look this up, or let me look that up. I just play stupid now. All right. I play stupid, but when it's time for me to actually show them I know what I'm talking about, I do it because it just gives me much more of an advantage because these companies think you stupid anyway. They really do. That's why I tell y'all, if a collection company calling, y'all should be like, oh, okay, what's the name of the dad? Oh, okay. How much was the balance on it? And what was the account number? You said it was for me, Rickita? Are you sure? Okay, and what's your address? Okay, listen, I'm so busy right now. Can you please not call me anymore about this debt? I'm not sure about this debt. Please don't call me. Click, hang up. I'll send a validation of debt letter out because now I know your account number, balance. Da, 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 da. They don't, if you be aggressive with them, then they don't want to stick to the facts of what you got to do. Just let them think that you're stupid when they call you, But I'm telling y'all use that. That's gonna help y'all a lot when it comes down to these companies because these companies think we stupid anyway. Because a lot of us don't know. It's not that we stupid. We're not taught. But once you know, you know. And I had 2 collections, y'all. So when it comes down to collections, I have a soft spot because I sued 2 collection companies personally, and I helped other people sue collection companies. I'm never going to be paying no collection, period, because I already know their weaknesses. All right. But people that don't know their weaknesses, they're going to be paying them. Okay. Does paying off all my debt guarantee a 100-point increase? No. Paying off all your debt does not guarantee a 100-point increase. Some of y'all, like I said, y'all paying off charge-offs. Y'all paying off collections. Y'all should be paying off them credit cards that y'all have. That's going to increase your credit score. The ones that's reporting right now, that's what's going to increase your credit score. Those are the ones y'all should think about paying off. Some of y'all are paying off again. If it's charged off, y'all, that's stuff to me in the past. I'm sorry. It was a reason why I didn't pay you while I was there. It's in the past. I gotta let it go. Like, I really do have to let it go. All right. So that's in the past. If y'all want to get back with that company, y'all had a Capital One card, y'all didn't pay it, but they trying to give you a payment plan and they saying you can get another credit card with them. Okay, good. Maybe you want to pay them, but don't think about paying them when you got other maxed out credit cards that's actively right now charging you interest. Okay, but paying off those credit cards that's active, that's going to increase your credit score. But nothing to me is a guarantee. Why might my credit score not increase as much as I expect after paying down debt? Because you probably be paying down the wrong debt. And then how much you probably paid down. I told y'all, keep y'all utilization at 10% or less. 5% gonna be even better. Y'all think that, oh, my utilization was at 90%. I got it down. I paid, $1,000 on my credit cards, and now my utilization at 70%. You still owe a lot of money. Depending on how much debt you still owe a lot of money. Your credit score is not gonna go down as much as you think. Okay, and then some of y'all, I see this all the time too. You pay down your credit cards, but you got new collections being added to your credit reports. You got other problems. You actively got late payments. Accounts that's reporting you late right now. I don't care how much you pay down your credit cards. You need to have that account that's reporting you late. Stop it. And some of y'all like, well, I don't want to pay them no more. I want to keep this credit card. That's why I'm paying it. Well, you need to actively work to remove it from your credit report because every single month it's going to hurt you. It's going to bring your credit score down more. Okay, so you need to actively work on removing it. Can my credit score temporarily change when I keep making positive? Financial moves. What's the temporary change thing? I guess it could temporary change, y'all. Y'all stuff don't have to be temporary if you just focus on your utilization just continuously going down, down, down. You was at 90, now you at 85. Then next month you pay some more, now you at 80. The next month after that, you pay a lot of it because you just got some money. Then you pay it down to 70. Your credit score should be going in a positive direction. It can be temporary if you go ahead and using credit cards because it can temporarily be a little bit higher, but in terms of your credit score, but your credit score should be able to continue to go in a great direction as long as you're doing what you need to do. Why can two people make the same credit move and see different results? Because we got different stuff going on in our credit reports. Y'all, the one person by themselves, y'all look at y'all credit scores, y'all realize we got the same accounts. Like we're one person. This y'all need to understand. We're like you're one person, I'm one person. All of my credit scores should be the same, right? No, they're not. You know why? Because they're reporting different things on different bureaus. Okay. And same thing with y'all. Y'all got three different credit reports. Y'all should have the same credit score, but no. Sometimes y'all apply for a certain account. Like say if y'all do a kickoff, so one of the kickoff accounts don't report to one bureau. So the other two bureaus could be going up, but that one bureau not getting that same love because it's not reporting there. Okay. And then some of y'all have different utilization. Some of y'all have different average age of accounts. So y'all can be making the same credit moves. Y'all paying down y'all credit cards and me paying down my credit cards, two separate things. Y'all can be at 40% utilization. And if I'm at 5% utilization, I pay it down. I'm not gonna see that much of an increase compared to y'all. We can pay the same amount. We could, you can get yours down to 20%. But guess what? You went from 40 to 20. I paid off my credit card already at 5%. I ain't had that much to, that they already gave me all the points they was going to give me because I'm already doing great in that section. Some of y'all too. Like I said, y'all may have a collection. I may have a collection. You get your collection deleted, your credit score really go up. All right, your collection getting deleted can make your credit score really go up because you got good utilization. You got no late payments. What if I have a collection? I get my collection deleted, but guess what? I just got a new late payment this month, so it ain't gonna change it as much. So y'all can be just doing the same exact thing, but y'all got other factors other than that one thing that y'all doing. Okay, and then y'all overall credit report too can be different. Is Credit Karma the exact same score every lender will see? No. I don't take Credit Karma serious when it come down to scores. I don't take none of these companies serious. You can apply for one credit card that's gonna pull TransUnion, and then right after that you apply for another credit card. And say if you got denied, one of the companies can say, hey, this was your credit score. And then the other one will say, well, this was your credit score, y'all. They got different scoring models. So many different scoring models out there. If I'm looking at a credit score, I'm comparing that company. So like Credit Karma, I'm going to compare Credit Karma to Credit Karma. I'm not going to look on Credit Karma and say, oh, this should be what's on Identity IQ. Sometimes it could be the same. Okay. Sometimes it could be the same. Like one of my clients, we looked on Credit Karma. They said this was the Equifax credit score. When we actually called Equifax said, yeah, that is the credit score. But that's rare. I don't take it serious like that because it can be different than now you losing your mind. So if I'm gonna look at Credit Karma, I'm gonna look at Credit Karma. If I'm gonna look at Experian app, I'm gonna look at Experian app. And then I want to see how it changed. Okay, my Credit Karma a month ago was this. My Credit Karma now is this. I'm not gonna say, oh, my Credit Karma was this a month ago. And then when I look at Identity IQ a month later, it's this. Like, no, you only can compare Credit Karma to Credit Karma, Identity IQ to Identity IQ. And then I always think too that my credit scores, I like to be a little delusional, y'all. I really do. I always like to think, okay, my credit score, wherever I'm seeing, is actually 30 points less than what it really is, especially if I'm looking on Credit Karma. Because if I do that and actually apply for something, and say if my credit score says 750 and I'm on Credit Karma, and then I'm like, dang, my credit score says 750, it's probably like 720. If I apply for something and it turns out that my credit score was 730, I still won. At least I didn't apply for something and thought I was at 750, and then it turns out I'm at 730, and now I'm 20 points down and I'm sad. I always think Credit Karma is wrong, but it can kind of tell me where I'm at, what's the changes I have on my credit reports, and I'm always thinking it's 30 points less than what they're really saying. What's one credit myth you hear people repeat all the time? That accuracy thing, That y'all can see that kind of bother me because that get me ramped up. That bothers me. Like, oh my god, it's that credit myth. Like, all of your accounts are accurate. You ain't gonna be able to get them deleted. If you owe the money, that's what they say. If you owe the money, you can't get it deleted. Like, who said that? Like, who said? Like, who said that? So that's something that really bothers me. Okay, that really bothers me a lot. So I just be like, all right, whatever. Like, but that I think that's one credit myth that bothers me, y'all, because we just need to learn inaccuracies. It's so much that we just need to learn. The more that you fight back with certain things, the more you're gonna learn, because the more you got to research to learn how to fight, whatever it is. What's the most dangerous credit myth for someone who desperately trying to rebuild? I think the thing about the accuracy thing, because some of y'all out here paying these collections, some of y'all paying y'all charge-offs, y'all need to be using that money to rebuild. I don't know, y'all. I messed up my credit enough times to know. I really messed it up enough times to know. Like, when I got to the point where I had to sue my creditors and I had over the $40,000 worth of debt that I didn't have to pay, when I was talking to certain people about it, they thought I was crazy to think that I need to sue at that time. And now I'm so happy that I actually did that, because they thought I was crazy. Like, that's not going to work. You need to just go ahead and do Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Yes, I definitely filed bankruptcy before. Yeah, but that was another thing too. Filing bankruptcy. I thought my life was over. And now, y'all, bankruptcy it don't mean nothing to me at all, because I teach y'all how to get y'all credit scores to go up. Let me see if I can show you. This is one of my clients. Bankruptcy off, credit scores went up 129 points once we got that bankruptcy deleted. Okay, so that's another thing too. I just don't be listening to people. People, when it come down to certain things, but the people that's just basically saying stuff not gonna work, or that you need to pay this and that. No, you probably need to get you some new credit cards and start building again. Okay, you really need to get you some credit cards and start building again. And if you have any type of charge-offs, work to get that stuff deleted. And if you want to be back with the company later on, you can think about paying them, or you can think about paying them now, depending on how much money you have. But if some of these companies may say they'll never let you back. If they say they never gonna let you come back, I would personally sue them because of the inaccuracies on the credit report. Like, I sued my creditors, had over the $40,000 worth of debt I didn't have to pay. It was inaccuracies on there. Okay, it was inaccuracies on there. At the time, I did not know, once you sue the companies, they weren't gonna let you come back. But now I just say, okay, well, some companies weren't gonna let you come back anyway. Y'all file bankruptcy on certain companies, y'all, they're not gonna let you come back. They're not gonna let you come back. So if they're not gonna let you come back, they still got inaccuracies in their credit report. They don't let you move on with your life. If it was me, I would just sue them. I wouldn't care nothing about it, because guess what? It's me or you. You a big corporation, you don't care nothing about me. I need to be able to move on with my life. These companies all the time get bailed out, be filing bankruptcy, and get to move on with their life. And they go about their business, they still be able to grow their company. So why shouldn't we have that same thing? So the biggest myth is that people need to just pay some of the, pay all of their debts, pay everything off, and then go from there. Like, no, some debts don't need to be paid off right now. You need to focus on ones that's reporting. And if you ain't got nothing positive reporting on your credit report, you better get something positive. Put that money that you want to use to pay off a collection, put that on a secure credit card. You can get a $200 Navy secure credit card, Navy Federal secure credit card. You can get a Capital One. You can get that Discover. You can do so many different things. Just start rebuilding again. But that's probably your best bet. Okay. And another thing too, I hate when I have certain clients and I'm like, okay, you're 90 days late on your car. Are you going to bring that back current? Oh yeah, I'm going to bring it back current. Next month, we at 120 days late. Listen, I'm the queen of, if you're not going to pay, you're not going to pay it. Just tell me, don't lie to me. You need to work on removing it, because I see inaccuracies on it. I see inaccuracies on it. So if you're not going to pay it, you're not going to pay it. But we need to work on removing it. Don't let it just sit here every single month hitting your credit. 90 days, 120, 150, charge up. Like, we could have already been working on getting this thing removed. Okay. And then if you get into the charge off phase, they may sell it to a collection company, or you may mess around and have to sue them anyway. I would have rather you had started building your case months ago when you knew you weren't going to pay them. Okay. If I want to reach a 700 score, what credit rules should I stop blindly following? I don't want to say about stop following. It's just certain things that you should start doing. If it contradict what you need to do, then you should do it. I think that's what it is. And for real, my raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. That's why I be so happy to do this, or that's why I can go live every single day and don't feel no type of way about it, because if y'all really follow this, I know y'all credit score is gonna go up. If y'all really actually doing my Sewing to Win book, I already know y'all finna get checks from the company. I can sit here and be like, oh yeah, if you do this, this, and that, I know what's gonna happen because I know how much it changed my life. But the things that I think that you should do, make sure you got 4 credit cards, period. 4 credit cards reported. Make sure the utilization at 10% or less. 5% gonna be even better. Everything that's negative, collections, charge off, bankruptcies, foreclosures, all that stuff need to get deleted. I don't care. It needs to come off of your credit reports, okay? If you got more than 5 inquiries on your credit reports, get it down to 5 or less. Okay, and if you already have 4 of them and you ain't got no type of credit card with any of those 4 inquiries, get them removed too. Get them removed. Do not dispute an inquiry though if you have an account attached to it. You got a Capital One credit card and a Capital One inquiry, that inquiry is finna stay. All right. Don't dispute that. All right. And then make sure y'all have 2 installment accounts. Installment accounts can be your car. It can be a loan, like a personal loan. Y'all could just do the kickoff installment account, which I like. Y'all can also do, the Navy Federal Players Loan. Y'all got options of what y'all can actually do, but that's what I would suggest y'all do. Everything else that's outside of that, just leave it alone. And like I said, I just dropped this book on the floor. Tumbling around with it. I am going to do that raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. I'm starting that with y'all September 1st. So the first of every single month for the rest of this year, I'm going to go over it. We're going to start off like the first 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to talk about what y'all need to do that day. And then y'all need to just go ahead and do it. And then we can have other discussions about credit. But I will be live every single day. Like y'all see, I'm live now. I want to go live twice, but I think on the weekends, I'm going to just take it slow because my 4-year-old isn't there right now. He's chilling now, but that's not going to last that long. But y'all are going to find me every single day going live in the morning time, especially when my kids are in school. I'm going to be live. I'm going to be helping y'all. If y'all just do the work and put in the work on what y'all need to do, y'all going to see y'all credit scores change. So just stop making those credit decisions that everybody keeps saying, like, this is what you should do, that you probably seen on the internet. And if you do get something from somebody, if somebody say do this, this, and that, don't take it as law. Try it. That's what I do. Even when my clients send me certain things, like I have seen this on the internet, I seen that, I can be like, oh no, that ain't, I already tried that work. Oh, let me try it. You want to try it, let's try it. That's what you want to do, let's try it together. And that's how I'm gonna know if it's gonna work or not. That's how I learn how to remove inquiries. I pay for the information. I seen a lot of people were paying like $100 per inquiry to get it removed. I found out how to do it. I paid somebody to teach me how to do it. All they said was call the credit bureaus. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? I paid you for you to tell me that. But guess what? It worked. So guess what I'm doing now? Calling the credit bureaus to remove those inquiries. I found out that they're not going to delete accounts from the credit reports and that you need to sue them. So guess what I do? I sue now. I found out that they're actually giving a check. Like when you sue them, you can ask them for money and they'll give it to you. So guess what I do? Teach now, y'all. I'm suing and I'm asking for money. It is what it is, but try it. Try it. Don't just be like, oh, this is law. This is law. Nice to meet you too. But I'll definitely be back on here tomorrow, hopefully before 12 o'clock. We'll see how that's going to go. I'll be back live again tomorrow, but I appreciate you all coming on here live. Again, I will be doing my raise your credit score. It got to be behind me. I do have another copy right there. I will be doing like that raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. I'm going to start doing that September 1st with y'all again. So I suggest y'all get the book. If y'all don't have the book, I'm telling y'all what to do. Just do it. I'm going to give y'all the information. And then too, on my TikTok page, I actually have a playlist where I actually say, okay, day number 1, we got to do this. Let's do it together. Go do this. And I'll teach y'all all about it. So y'all don't even have to get the book. Just fix your credit, y'all, because I want to get more into, y'all know my newest book is Paying Off Debt. After the paying off debt, y'all, we need to get into making sure that y'all maxing out your accounts, maxing out your 401ks, maxing out your HSA, maxing out your IRAs, maxing out just your investment accounts, paying off mortgages. I want to get into that. That's what we should be doing as a people, actually building wealth and not just focusing so much on debt. Let's get away from the debt and focus on building wealth. All right. So yeah, you guys, I will definitely see you all tomorrow. All right. Now, y'all, when I have my TikTok up, my other phone died while we was live. My other phone died while we was live, but I'm having my TikTok up. I can't say much, but I do have my newest debt book. I had it here where people can actually buy it there, but you guys can actually get the book on Amazon. This one, I don't have it on my thing, but y'all can get my books for $10, as little as $10. So my bankruptcy book, I got that for $10. My book where I teach y'all how to sue, like my Suing to Win book, y'all can get that for $10. My Raise Your Credit Score book. Also, my Strong and 75 workbook, them books are $10. And then y'all can get my 4-book bundle too. This one is not $10, but it's 4 books in one. Some of y'all been losing y'all books. I've been seeing y'all buy more, or like, Kita, I lost this book, or a coworker took this book. I've been hearing a lot of stories. Get this big book bundle, basically. It's 4 books in one. So I suggest y'all go ahead and get it. What kid song do you like from Michael Jackson? I like Michael Jackson, but I don't know what kid song. I don't know if these even gonna be a joke when I'm answering this question, but I'm gonna put it on after this. Actually, I don't want to say kid song, but my favorite Michael Jackson song is Butterflies. Like, I love this song. But once I get off this live, I'm gonna play it just in honor of this, bringing up Michael Jackson. Or Remember the Time too. I like that too. But I will see y'all later on.